Welcome to another edition of Alien Investigations. As always, I'm your host, Steven, and I've got Dave Meyer from Illinois with me this evening. How are we doing, Dave?
Hi, not too bad. How you doing today, Steven?
Our decks are made.
Yeah.
Our teams are selected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any qualms giving you at least a little bit of insight into what's in my deck. I decided to add a lot more combat cards in this one because I just, I think I got a combat bug after I played a really cool one on Alistair today, and so I was like, you know what? I went back into the stash and was like, let's look for some combat cards I don't ever use, and I threw some in there.
All right, that's fair.
Whether they're going to come up at the right moment, we'll find out. One thing I did shy away from is using occult adversaries.
Okay.
I didn't know if I think in a lot of the games I played with you tend to use Burke, and I just wanted to err on the side of caution in case you decided to throw Chuck Burke on your teams.
The Berkey bunch did not show up this time, no.
It's not the Berkey bunch this time.
Yeah.
It is a team that you have not worked with before, because presumably you're including some Scully set agents in there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works out, just because I did put in some Scully ones. I can't say I put in a decent chunk, because I got to 98 cards in this deck.
Why don't we get started with revealing
Sure.
our agents, because I am really curious which of the Scully set agents you chose. Take it away.
All right. Well, you know that I can't play a lot of games without this little guy.
Nah, KRYCEK'S, he's one of your main
Yeah,
guys.
KRYCEK'S always needs to be. I like him. He plays loose. He plays fast. He wants to be on the good side, but he wants to be on the bad side. It's nice that he can add to conspiracy as well as resource.
That's right.
It gives you a little bit of flexibility, because in case you're running low and you're like, I really need to stick it to you the next turn, you can dump him.
Something tells me Albert Hostein's coming. Yep, there he is.
He is. Well, you start looking at subterfuge, and you got a little more subterfuge, and he of course gets his little bean.
Yep, that's right.
There you go. He gets his little bean because he loves doing stuff like that. Then, actually, you know what? I was incorrect. Burke is there.
Well, I guess my assumption was correct.
And now you can see how often that I actually remember the things that I do. And you know what? I've never, ever, ever played with Mo.
Mobach? No.
Mobach.
No.
Mobach has never been in any of my decks. Now do the math and find out what I'm dealing with here.
10. You're shy 1, so I'm gonna guess Caleca is your final one, right?
You got it, Caleca, who gets to go out there and decide she wants to grab herself some free draws, which is really kind of nice. She doesn't offer much more, but if she can draw cards.
This is Agent Caleca. We got the call from the DC police.
How bad is he?
We don't know. He's been in surgery.
What happened?
It looks like some hothead drew a gun in a coffee shop. Skinner happened to be in the way.
I didn't like Fuller. I don't know what the hell Fuller is going to do. Why he escorts people. I did see cards later on that you got something about escorting in future sets or something. I don't know what the hell he's doing escorting people.
We're trying to throw Fuller a bone. His effect is so useless that we're trying to come up with some custom cards in order to make him at least a relatively worthwhile agent. I mean, he's got some good combat skills, and he's got a subterfuge he can throw in for good measure, but beyond that, he is useless in terms of his effect.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, actually, what am I missing? I'm missing something.
I don't think you're missing anything. You got all the beans on the appropriate agents,
yep,
so I think you're good.
My cheat sheet.
That's your sister's file.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, this team is not too different from I feel like it's harkening back to your deck 1 a little bit, and maybe a little bit of your deck 2 with some of the
a little bit, yeah, because there are some guys that can do things by themselves. Like KRYCEK'S can do a subterfuge by himself. You've got guys that could potentially do some speed stuff, but that wasn't the intent with this deck. So I don't have that many sites in here to make that a possibility. But multiple sites is always something I do. I always like multiple sites.
Okay. All right. Well, there's just one little bit of overlap between our teams, and it's not where you would expect. And we'll find out in just a moment because I'm going to go ahead and do the honors and reveal my agents, beginning with our lead agent, Agent Fox Mulder. And joining Agent Fox Mulder on this investigation into solving Dave Meyer's hidden X-File is Agent KRYCEK'S.
You like Kasif?
I haven't used her in a while. It's been a minute.
She pays for what? Behavioral and observation stuff?
Good man.
That's a guess.
And much like you, I have also included Agent Mo Box on this team. So there is our one little bit of overlap between our agents. Again, not where you would have expected, because he's not used very frequently. And from the Scully set, the unreleased Scully set, that is, we have Agent Bonnecaze, who does have a pretty good effect, along with a couple of good bureaucracy in case I need it. And last but not least, I'm going to let Dave Meyer do the honors of naming the fifth and final agent on my
Detective team. Matters. It's always matters. It's always matters.
Well, thanks a lot. You really bleeped up this case.
Well, of course, he didn't actually say bleeped. He said...
I'm familiar with Detective Manners' colorful phraseology.
What's going to interest me is that if you only have 80 some odd cards in your deck and you've got every single witness in your deck to negate things, what did you forget? What did you not put in there?
What did I not put in there?
Well, yeah, because there's about because usually you'll throw in, because you don't have Burke to negate occult, so you've got to have the Commissary in there. You got to have Mr. Primordial Fire. Whatever.
Yeah, Trupcoat is in there. All of the witness negating, all of the adversary negating witnesses are accounted for in here. But I didn't throw in like every witness under the sun. I just kind of just threw in the most necessary ones. There is a Kevin Morris in there.
I don't know why, David. I don't know why you're so afraid of Kevin Morris, man.
Hey, buddy. Mind if I sit down? Thanks. Your mom tells me you've been having nightmares.
I guess so.
You want to tell me about them?
No.
All right.
Who can hate a child? What a monster, David. David, you're a monster. Hating a little boy.
So I think we're about ready to get this game started, Dave. Ready to draw your 7?
I am. I'm going to draw my 7.
All right. Let's do this. We're drawing our 7. We're getting this show started. Okay.
Just make sure. 1, 2, 3,
fairly decent.
5, 6,
all right.
7.
So
I've got new deck sleeves, so these are weird.
Oh, what color? Or what's new?
They're just the dragon shields. These are just new ones versus ones I've already had floating around, so they're a little slippy.
Gotcha. All right. So usual custom method for determining who goes first. If you pull the X token, you're going to be starting off as the investigating player. If you pull the blue one, you're going to be starting off as a conspiracy player. So tell me, Dave, which hand is it going to be?
Your left.
My left hand. You're going to be starting off as the conspiracy player, my friend. And I'll be starting off as the investigating player, which means I'm going to draw a free card to begin the briefing phase. And now I can take a better look at this hand and decide how I want to do this. Okay, but first things first, let's look at our team's res, shall we? We have Agent Fox Mulder, who is going to be bringing in 2 res per briefing phase, provided you don't stuff a sinus cavity and plant up his nose. However, as per Agent Mulder's effect, his 2 res will be used to purchase cards in each briefing phase. And Agent KRYCEK'S provides 1 res, as does Agent Mo Box, as does Agent Bonnecaze. And alas, Detective Manners has 0 res. So that is a total of 5 res, for which we'll take my resource pool up from 5 to 10. And I think what I'll do is I'll just draw the 2 cards for Mulder, and I'll keep the remaining 3 in my resource pool.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
I'll just play now because I just pulled it. So hard evidence. Boom.
Okay.
let's get that one out of the way while you're deciding what you're going to sell. Hard evidence. Add 5 tokens to your pool. Cost 2, so I'm only going to be generating 3 more on top of that.
It's probably a safe bet Ray Soames never made the varsity basketball team. Seal this up. Right now. Nobody sees or touches this. Nobody.
I'm going to throw the thinker into the garbage for 5.
Oh, this is funny because just a little bit ago, Nathan's like, I hope Dave has the thinker. Well, Nathan, you're right. He does have the thinker. He's just choosing not to use it.
I don't use the... Yeah, I burn them. Burning witnesses. I don't need witnesses. I will buy 2. Just 2.
Let's say we head into the healing phase.
Nah.
For which, well, guess what? No one needs healing because we're just getting this game started. So we're good on that front. Let's see. For requisition, we do have 1 equipment card in my hand, and I'm trying to decide if this is one I want to hold on to for CP in the next round.
From the trucker's description, the shape he fired upon could conceivably have been a mountain lion's.
Conceivably.
The National Weather Service last night reported atmospheric conditions in this area, which were possibly conducive to lightning.
Possibly.
So I'll go ahead and requisition the Geiger counter to Agent KRYCEK'S.
Okay.
And the Geiger counter, Dave, if your memory is failing you at this point,
it is.
Will add 1 to my agent's alien investigation skill, and that will come at the cost of 2 resource points, and that will take it down from 11 to 9. And so now we'll head out of requisition and head into deployment, for which we are going to send everyone out into the field, because I'm hoping maybe I can pull off not 1 but 2 site investigations, but we'll see what I can do with the ones I have in my hand. Sure. Okay, so now we're going to head into case assignment, for which, as I just mentioned, we're going to potentially be sending the team to 2 sites. The first one being Lake Okoboji Campsite 53 at Sioux City, Iowa.
According to the police photos, Ruby and Kevin were sleeping right here.
Just a stone's throw from the forest wall.
Meaning what?
Meaning anybody could have come out of the forest to grab her.
And the second one, Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, so how are we paying for these? We can use Agent Mobox's RP to pay for part of the Lake Okoboji campsite, so that's going to take down my resource pool by 1 more. And yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to also pay for the Raleigh one as well, because I can't use COSF to pay for that. So there we go, Dave.
All right, I'm going to go, this bluff here, that's going to go on to not Lake Okoboji.
It's going to go on Central Prison then, huh?
You got it.
All right, so I'm going to grab a random card over here and put it face down on there to remind me. If that is an actual bluff, I don't have much in the way to counter that. So I think I'm going to set aside, I think I'm going to forego Central Prison for now. And we're going to just send everyone to Lake Okoboji, and we will thus be applying our alien investigation skills to Lake Okoboji, for which Mulder has 4, and KRYCEK'S does have 1 now, courtesy of the Geiger counter, and Mobox has 2, so that's a total of 7 alien investigation amongst the team. Got any cards for me?
This could be very, very anticlimactic. No, you can go ahead and ask the question.
All right.
Not this one.
And that was an easy first round. So with that, we'll proceed to the question, because, yes, Lake Okoboji's investigation was successful, and my team has thus been awarded a motive question. And I'll be asking Dave, By any chance, is your X-Files motive knowledge?
I do not know. No, it is not.
It is not, and I am going to use Yoast's checklist for tonight.
And I'm using my secondary garbage checklists for you. They're my tiny one.
By the way, was a randomly chosen one? Yes?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Of course it was. Okay.
Pure chaos.
So, yeah, of course. Embrace the chaos, as you you say revel in the chaos, right? All right. So with having scratched off 8 possibilities, that takes the potential possibilities down from 41 to 33. But obviously, that is way too many.
I would just jump at it. Just go. Take a shot.
Yeah, hell no. So let's go ahead and discard Lake Okoboji. Right. I'm gonna send Raleigh, North Carolina, up here just for the time being until we can actually investigate it with some proper arsenal in the form of preferably a Langley. Let's say we head into debriefing.
Sounds good.
And I am currently sitting on 6 cards. 7. All right. And with that, we'll pass it over to you, sir.
Hooray! I get to draw my free card. Woohoo! But I get to do some res. I get this res stuff now. Caleca, of course, gets nothing. We get 1 from Mobox. We get 1 from Burke. We got 1 from Hosting. And we got 2 from KRYCEK'S, which could mix and match. I am going to take my 3 from my 3 little guys. And that's going to go over here. And I'm going to take the 2 from KRYCEK'S. I'm doing okay in Conspiracy Pool over there for that. So KRYCEK'S is going to contribute to the good side for once.
Wow.
Just this
time.
Very
noble of him.
Just this
time. Let's not get used to it, of course.
Nope. All right. And strangely enough, I'm not buying any cards.
No kidding. Well, all right. Let's see what I want to part ways with here. I've got a couple possibilities, though one of them's going to kind of hurt a bit. Yeah. I'm afraid I'm going to have to part ways with 𝐗-𝐁e𝐿.
No.
I know.
Sorry about 𝐗-𝐁e𝐿. You know.
I hope I don't regret this, but I'm also going to get rid of Chester Bonaparte for 5.
You don't need him.
Conspiracy Pool up to 14, and of that 14, I think I will draw 4. I like a nice round number, so I'll buy 4 cards and take my Conspiracy Pool down from 14 to 10.
Gotcha. I'm going to shove.
There you go.
I'm going to shove.
Nice round numbers.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, round numbers. Yeah, that's it.
Back to you, sir.
Alrighty. Yeah, but we're gonna deploy them all. They're all gonna go to the field. It's a party.
Yeah, good idea.
It's a party. That's where they want to go.
It's a party, and everyone's invited.
They don't like the Bureau at all, so they're never going back. Unless they're forced to, they're never going back to the Bureau. Familiar with that. So Mr. Friend in the FBI comes out here, but I do get 10 on it. So, but they'll hang out there, and I'll remember to take those off later. So, but there you go. There's 2, and of course tactile. These little screens. I got screens every day. I got more computers than I know what to do with. I need beads, damn it. Beads.
Didn't expect you here till after visiting hours.
There was a man. He took Scully's blood.
Forget him.
Get that gun out of my
This
face.
high-capacity compact 𝐗-𝐁e𝐿 40 caliber weapon is pointed at your head to stress my insistence that your search for who put your partner on that respirator desist immediately.
You ignore my call problem. You expect me to do what you say.
You go to hell. You got him killed. You got her killed. That's not going to happen to me. You're my tool. You understand? I come to you when I need you.
I am playing Street Contacts, and I'm gonna go get myself a witness.
Good card.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see where this. I'm gonna grab the top half of this deck and find out where. Either that, or they're just gonna spill out like. Oh, geez. Okay, that's not what I want.
What phase are we in, by the way?
Right now we're in deployment. We're in between deployment and case assignment.
Okay.
So yeah.
Are we Well, tell me where, because I got to do the phase thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. So we are. Yeah. I was just deployed, but I played Street Contacts to get my witness after I deployed. So.
Okay. All right. We'll say case assignment at this point. All right.
All right. I gotta. Oh, geez. All right, so and actually, you do get to see him. Yeah, you get to see the
Oh, it's Kevin Kreider.
Kevin Kreider, another Kevin. It's Battle of the Kevins.
His or her flashcards for today's quiz? All right, let's settle down. Kevin Kreider.
All right, I'm going to play Miller's Grove, use Moe's little token for one of that, and another one for the other one.
And I'm going to use Bonnecaze's token to send KRYCEK'S right back to the Bureau.
Why does he want to go back to the Bureau?
Because Agent Bonnecaze, he has a token on him, and I can play at any time during the game.
Yeah.
Discard the token to force an agent to return to the Bureau immediately. This effect may not be used to interrupt combat.
What's going on here?
Agents Mulder and Scully?
That's right.
I'm Special Agent Bonnecaze. I've been called up from the Norfolk field office to coordinate this inquiry.
Well, I don't know what you do down in Norfolk, but last time I checked, rifling through a man's office was considered an invasion of privacy.
Well, we're operating under guidelines specified by the Office of Professional Conduct. The protocol, I understand, you've opted to disregard.
What do you mean?
I want both of you to make yourselves available tomorrow afternoon.
Available for what?
He's going to go back. Yeah, he likes the Bureau now. He decided he likes the Bureau. The Bureau's nice. It has good pizza. So he's going to go back and hang out over here in the Bureau.
But anyway, you were about to pay for that site before
I did pay for it. And they're just going to hang out here a little bit. I need a little more room for Mr. Because I wasn't going to send anyone back to the Bureau, so I didn't make Bureau room. So there he is. He's peeking over here. There he is, peeking over. He wants to visit, but he can't. So, okay. Well, Bonnecaze, little jerk man, but we'll see how this works out for you.
Yep.
Okay, and I played for that one. And
I'm going to put 2 bluffs down on that site before we head out of case assignment. So I guess we're heading into investigation phase now, aren't we?
Sure we are, but before we do, I'm going to hostile that because I have to make sure, just to see what I'm running into.
All right, no, that's a good call. And good thing I played those 2 bluffs before you had a chance to play that token.
That's fair.
But we'll start with the RP tokens,
Sure.
of which I have 3. The first one is Warning from the Loa.
Gotcha.
The next one is Arecibo, Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So you have an idea of where we might be going in the next round.
That's fair.
And we have Make the Deal.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, you can't see those. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'll put them up here.
Sure. I got the gist though.
All right. So here are the 3 CP cards I have.
Gotcha.
Detective Thompson.
Get out of here.
Pusher. And Flaming Wall.
All right.
And Pusher has an activator of Agent. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, let's see what we got here. And that's right. We still have the two things on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? I'm not going to do.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say you're going for Detective Thompson.
Detective Thompson, I would say, yeah. That's going to be the first one because that's the cheapest way to get to where you need to go. So I would say check Detective Thompson. Will trigger him to say that if you use him, I get to ask my question.
So Detective Thompson has been hostinged.
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. What is this?
This is where you pucker up and kiss my ass.
Now listen,
you listen to me, you son of a bitch. This man's name is Albert Hostine. You should remember that. Because if Agents Mulder and Scully come down with so much as a case of the flu, Albert is prepared to recite chapter and verse, file for file, everything on your precious tape.
It's a nice try, Skinner.
I'm sure you're thinking Albert is an old man. And there are plenty of ways that you might kill him, too. Which is why in the ancient oral tradition of his people, he's told 20 other men the information on those files. So unless you kill every Navajo living in 4 states, that information is available with a simple phone call.
You currently have 2 bluffs on there.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about your agent's skills and how you're going to be allocating them to that site.
Oh, my agents are saying hell no.
No, they're saying hell no. 2 bluffs on there.
Well,
two
bluffs and an adversary that can immediately start fighting me. No, I'm not. I'm gonna save that for future and hope that you just burn two bluffs sitting on that site just for future reference. So.
All right, well, we'll head into debriefing then. I'm only sitting on 6 cards at this point, as you saw earlier when you hosted my hand. So, yeah, I'm going to keep them all. Except for Detective Thompson.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah. Bye-bye.
But the funny part is, if he's played it all, that card is useless. I have 6, so I don't have to discard anything.
Okay. Now I have only 5, so I'll keep the remainders, and I'll draw a free card to start a new round.
Got it.
And now that we have that, let's see here. So let's reassess the team's res. It should be pretty much as it was in the last round. Mulder has 2, Kosov has 1, Mobox has 1, Agent Bonnecaze has 1, Detective Manor still has 0. Womp, womp,
yeah,
womp.
poor Detective Manor.
And so, with that 5, that'll take my resource pool up to from 7 to 12, and
there you go. Stay up.
I could go with the round number again, but also I'm feeling like I could use some more cards. So let's do 3 cards. 2 of them are going to be Mulders.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go down from 12 to 9 and draw 3 cards.
All right, you good?
Yep.
Okay, well, we're going to do this then. Remember that Kevin Kreider? He's just getting burned. I could have used him later, but I guess I might as well just take my 5. All
right.
And then let's see. So I got a whole bunch of those little buggers.
Okay.
I can buy 3 cards.
And before we exit the briefing phase, I drew my friend in the FBI, which I'll take a moment to do that now. And yeah, I'll only be adding 8 tokens because yes, we are still in the briefing phase at this point, and I would like to use the first 2 to pay for friend in the FBI. But in subsequent rounds, I will pull 2 of them from friend in the FBI and add them to my resource pool as I so choose.
know how badly, how very badly you want to look through that window, but it would be pointless. It's dead. After the Roswell incident in 1947, even at the brink of the Cold War, there was an ultra-secret conference attended by the United States, the Soviet Union, the People's Republic of China, Britain, both Germany's, France, and it was agreed that should any extraterrestrial biological entity survive a crash, the country that held that being would be responsible for its extermination.
Now, let's quickly brush past healing,
Sure.
because none of my agents are in the hospital as of this point, and they have passed their physicals with flying colors. For deployment, everyone's going to stay on the field. We're keeping everyone together, strength in numbers as always. For case assignment, we will be potentially sending the team to Arecibo, Puerto Rico, which is a multi-site, Dave, with the keywords alien investigation, computer, affiliation, and method. And let's say we use Agent Mobox's RP token to pay for that multi-site.
Sounds like a plan.
You think this grave was unearthed by aliens, Agent Box?
Well, it has all the telltale signs, don't you think? I mean, according to the literature.
Literature?
You know the way the hair and nails have been cut away? Sort of like they do in cattle mutilations.
All right, and while you're considering Bluffs, I'm going to just go ahead and make the deal right now. Play this card on one site during the case assignment phase. No Bluffs may be played on this site except for Bluffs, which would negate this card.
Which is funny. Do they exist yet?
It has a keyword criminal investigation, so if you had puzzles within puzzles, which actually Alistair had 2 of those in our game earlier today.
I told Skinner to make the deal, but not to hand over the tape until you agreed to it.
So, like, not evidence destroyed. Local law enforcement is uncooperative, would work for it if you want to pay the 4. I think it's 4 to play that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got a possibility.
I have a card in my hand. I'm trying to think of whether or not I want to use it.
All right. I guess while you're deciding on that, I'm going to play another card.
Sure.
Warning from the Loa. Force an opponent to reveal any adversary cards in his hand. If your opponent has one or more, discard one at random. You saw that one earlier. What do you got? Patnick? Oh, you wouldn't have been able to play him this round anyway, but he's going bye-bye.
That's fine.
Into the trash bin you go, Patnick.
It's just one.
Yeah. And so we'll head into investigation phase, for which everyone is going to be going to the site. There's no reason to hold anyone back. And we'll be, once again, applying our alien investigation skills to the site, for which Mulder has 4, KRYCEK'S has 1, courtesy of the Geiger counter, and Mobox has 2. So that's 7 alien investigation, enough to make the prerequisite. What do you have for me, Dave?
I have nothing really for you. You're gonna be able to answer this question, but I'm just playing this early at this point because this one is I'm gonna play a captive hybrid. I've never played captive hybrid before, so
that is expensive too.
Yeah, but I've got 10, so might as well live like I'm rich.
Who are you protecting? Unless that bomb is as phony as you are, we both got about half an hour to live. Is that part of the plan?
They don't make provisions for saving my life.
Well, what about that thing locked back there? What provisions were made for saving its life?
I don't know. I wasn't expected to fail.
You know what it is, don't you?
Captive hybrid's going to come over to you unless you have something you'd like to stop him with. I will pay for his 6.
I'm going to let you go ahead and read the effect off for the audience who may not know what captive hybrid does.
Yeah, but I am paying my 6 for him, and then we'll go through the process. And the captive hybrid, it says here, it says place this card in one of your opponent's fields. Your opponent must subtract 2 from the res he generates each turn while this card is in the field. Your opponent may pay 7 to force you to discard this card. So he gets to hang out here and just stare at you longingly and say that you only...
That's a terrifying mug, too.
Yeah, look at him. He's sad.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to turn sad because you know how I decided to draw 3 cards at the start of this round? I'm really glad I opted for 3 because the third and final card that I picked up was my main man, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Use it now.
For the cost of 3, Mr. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 is going to negate that event, that very, very ugly event.
Hey, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, can I borrow those?
I can have Scully's phone number.
But if you get, if you get resource starved, that sucks. I've been there before.
Definitely. And you need all the resource points you can get, even with friend in the FBI. You know, -2 each briefing phase would probably be pretty crippling as the game goes forward. So, with that in mind, I'm going to take a flying leap and say you probably don't have any other cards you want to throw at me, right?
Nah.
All right.
Nothing
so we'll then make the deal to the discard pile at this point.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Because my investigation of Arecibo, Puerto Rico has proven successful, my team has been awarded either an affiliation or method question. For the sake of numbers, I'm going to ask an affiliation question. Specifically, is your X-Files affiliation evolutionary?
It is not.
Please just keep reminding him you were drunk.
Would you stop that?
It couldn't hurt.
Just stop it.
Scully, Mulder?
I was drugged.
Looking good so far. Right. Got you down from 41 to 26 possibilities now, but obviously still way too many.
That's a lot.
To be taking a crack at your X-File at this point.
You could, though, if you really wanted to, or give me an affiliation question. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? So I'm going to send Arecibo to the discard pile as well, and ready to head into debriefing?
Sounds good.
Okay, how many cards you got?
I have 6.
I got 7. I'm going to keep all of them. So let's pass it over to you, Dave.
Okay. I got a free card. Oh, look at that.
What's that?
Oh, I got a card. So,
oh, nice. Cards are nice.
Yeah, I still got my 5. But I'm going to go 3 to resource and 2 to conspiracy.
Oh, okay. Courtesy of KRYCEK'S.
KRYCEK'S, yeah.
Right on.
I like doing that. Let's see. How many would I like to pick up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 7th because I just got that. Let's do... Oh, and I forgot little Mr. Mo. Oh, that's right. Mr. Mo gets his stuff back. And I get my 2 from here. Yay. From friend of the FBI, so I can remember those. Let's see. Let us get... 2 cards. I have purchased 2.
All right, and I'll go ahead and just sell 1 card, and that would be the Fighter Interceptor promo for 4. That'll take my conspiracy pool up from 10 to 14. If I can ever get this, there he goes. And of that 14, oh, choices. Let's do 4 cards again. You know, take it back down to 10 because I really do like that even number. So 4 cards, and my conspiracy pool goes down from 10 to 14. Okay, so healing phase, no one's getting healed.
No one's getting healed.
Requisition, shot in the dark. KRYCEK'S is in the bureau.
Yeah. No, I don't. No. Equipment.
Just checking.
I burned equipment.
Certain equipment might come in handy, although unfortunately the Scully set did not have any equipment to offer.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's head into deployment. KRYCEK'S returns to
the field.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something first. The card that I'm gonna play is Losing Your Tail.
Okay. Okay, yeah, read it out.
It says, well, oh, wait, hang on. It says case assignment. Hang on.
Yeah,
so
we're not
let me slide backwards a little bit then.
Yeah.
Because then I'll do this. Play this one. Okay, so here's case assignment now at this point.
Yeah.
So now,
yeah.
Here's a subterfuge site for 2.
Okay.
And that is Cumberland Prison, subterfuge affiliation.
Briefing. Prisoners escape while hiding in a laundry cart.
I don't think the guards are watching enough prison movies.
They're both serving life terms. Murder convictions.
Everybody's here.
I thought this was about escaped prisoners.
It is.
Then who are the men in the funny suits?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of decon situation.
There you go. That's the one I was looking for. Sure. Hong Kong. Evidence collection 5 or subterfuge 5. And that one is just a 1.
Okay. Oh boy.
And so now I have 3 sites out in the field.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Losing My Tail. So Losing My Tail, or Losing Your Tail says, play this card at the end of the case assignment phase, which it is. After bluffs have been played. Well, now granted, would you like to play bluffs on the other sites?
I'm good.
Okay. Return any one site to your hand. Bluffs attached to that site are moved to the existing player's discard pile. So I pay 3 for that.
Yep.
I then take my alien investigation site back.
Yep. Sure do.
Go in the bean pit. These go back into the ether. This comes back into my hand so I can play it later. And then I will discard my Losing Your Tail. That was that was the one I really wanted to use for the Scully set because I thought it had a lot of potential.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Bravo.
So.
Relax, we know where she's going. St. Croix. Caribbean Air Flight 519. Takes off at 5 after 7. Gates in the other terminal.
Like a ticket on the 6:30 flight to San Juan.
So now we're in investigation. And
we are investigation. Let's see what I'd like to do. Give it a shot. we're gonna ignore that site completely.
Okay.
We are gonna go to the Subterfuge 4 site. Everyone's going.
Okay.
We get out there, guys. Let's see who's
all right.
Who's
so tell us your team Subterfuge.
My team Subterfuge is currently 6.
Okay. Because KRYCEK'S has 4.
KRYCEK'S has 4. Hosting is 2.
Hosting is 2. That's right. So I think maybe what I'll do is just make it very, very easy on me, and I will play for the full cost a bluff card, Dr. Stroman for 3, and that will reduce my conspiracy pool down from 10 to 7, and Dr. Stroman is going to change your site prerequisite to medical 3.
And police found no other motive for either of these attacks?
None so far, no.
Agent Mulder? I am Dr. Stroman.
Dr. Stroman? This is my partner, Special
Hi.
Agent Scully.
You're the physician in charge?
Yeah, they called me down from D.C. to try and develop a clear diagnosis for the court.
Have you?
I wish I could say yes.
Has he been sedated?
I've got him on heavy Thorazine, but it only seems to knock him back a notch or 2.
He seems pretty manageable to me.
It may be some form of organic delusional syndrome, possibly due to chronic methamphetamine abuse, I don't know. But he is prone to outbursts.
Okay.
I believe you only have 2 from hosting, so...
Yes, he does only have 2. He does have 2. But that's okay. Okay, well, assuming that I cannot do the medical, so unfortunately that site goes away. And so does the other one, because I didn't visit it. So.
Yeah, and I didn't put a bluff on it either. So yeah, but you still have. Oh no, you have the one you took back in your hand.
Yeah,
so.
but I couldn't play it again. So Bluffs. Right. I gotta say I do like the new Scully Bluffs. They have some good ones because you've got the medicals, and I think what was the other one? There's another one out there.
The Sciences 3 one.
Yeah, the Sciences 3 isn't as tough though.
Hit or miss.
Yeah, Sciences 3 I can still do that, but
Oh yeah, you got Burke. Yeah.
Okay. So that was a failure. Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah. All right. So let's get to some debriefing here, and I got to part ways with one card, and I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna drop the Deadly Blur because you and I have covered that territory before, and it'll just feel like rehashing old ground if I played that one on you again. And besides, you have a result site in your hand, and so I mean, unless you pull a motive one later on it, I was like, yeah, that one seems like
I have 7.
All right, same here. So we'll pass it back to me, and I will draw a free card.
Awesome.
We'll start a new round. Okay. Well, that was cool. Could have used that one earlier. Once again, my team is sitting on 5 res. Oh, but 2 from friend in the FBI as well. Should always be weary of your unexpected call. All right, so friend in the FBI is going to get me up to 4, and then the 5 from my guys is going to put it up to 9. And obviously, I got to get 2 from Mulder, of course. Yeah, let's do 4 cards.
Okay.
And pass it over to you.
Okay, I am selling my Alien Stiletto.
Okay.
I am selling my Nurse Owens, so a total of 11. The only reason well, granted, in this deck, Nurse Owens is actually a good call. So 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. That is a lot of That's a lot.
That is a lot. 1, 2. How many cards are you buying?
I got about 4.
Okay. And I just drew blue plate with my draw, so I'm going to go ahead and just play that now and see what happens. So,
How's the blue plate?
Looks good.
I'll have 1 medium rare, please.
flip over the next card in your bureau deck. If that card is playable this turn, you may do so for 0 cost. And it is, it is Hell Money. So Hell Money I will add to my hand, and if I decide to negate a keyword phenomena card in this round, I'll be playing Hell Money for free.
That's always nice.
Can you say it for me?
What? Who plays with Hell Money?
No. You almost had it. It's who really runs with Hell Money.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Who really does? I don't know.
One of my favorite Dave Meyer-isms. Yeah. All right. Why don't we brush past healing once again, because my agents have never been healthier.
Yep.
And for requisition, not requisition anything.
Okay.
Even if I wanted to.
Nah. We're out in the field.
Yeah. And for deployment, we'll keep them all deployed in the field. Everyone is staying exactly where they are. They're all hanging out together, grabbing a beer before they head into another case. But before we do that, I'm going to play Reading the Signs for 0, which means I don't get to use Box's thing to pay for that.
State police reported there was graffiti on the bark.
Looks like some kind of ritual symbol.
Most of the refugees that focused on are Haitian.
Mrs. McAlpin believes voodoo was behind her husband's death?
Mrs. McAlpin doesn't believe her husband killed himself. She wants to know who did.
So, play on a team in the field. If the team makes an occult investigation 4 skill check, they may take 2 conspiracy points from their opponent's conspiracy pool and add them to their resource pool, which you have plenty of conspiracy points over there, so no need to complain. But yes, occult investigation, Mulder has 3, Kosov has 2, and I believe that is it. Yes, but that is 5, so that is enough to make that skill check. And I will be adding 2 to my resource pool, which takes it up to 7. Thank you, Reading the Signs. And now, without further ado, why don't we look at a case?
Sure.
Carl Wade's cabin in Easton, Washington. But that's not a creepy place, right?
No, and that's what's all on there?
Oh, a whole lot. Behavioral sciences, motive, and method. And Karen Kosov is going to use her RP to pay for that because it has a keyword behavioral.
We're going to do 2 bluffs.
2 bluffs.
Yep.
And with that, and I have 2 bluffs on this other one, or no?
1 bluff. There's only 1 bluff there.
You know what? Why don't we head back to that one? We'll set Easton aside.
Okay.
And we'll head back to the other one because that's only got 1 bluff on it. So let me grab 2 cards to put face down on Easton over here.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna send everyone to Central Prison Raleigh, and we got some good choices here. Why don't we apply our criminal investigation skills to this one? That way, everyone gets a chance to play.
Got it.
That was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sure.
9 criminal.
All right, cool.
I only need 5, so yeah. Let's see that bluff.
This one would be limited choices. Limited choices. Keywords on this would conspiracy and bluff, or bluff is the keyword. It says play this card to cause the investigating player to discard X number of cards chosen randomly from his hand. X equals the cost paid for this card. How many cards you got?
Oh, I've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
You want to get rid of most of them?
Yeah, sure.
Mom, listen to me. When Samantha, before she was gone, did Dad ever ask you if you had a favorite? Did he ever ask you that?
Fox, please.
Mom, did he ever ask you to make a choice?
Don't do
Mom,
that.
listen to me. I need to know. Did he make you make a choice?
No. I couldn't choose. It was your father's choice. And I hated him for it. Even in his grave, I hate him still.
You say you want me to discard 6, so you'll pay 5. Yeah, that's how it would work.
That's what I would.
Is that what you want to do?
That's what I would like to do.
All right.
So I'm going to do that and see if you have anything to rebut that.
You know I do.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I just was waiting for you to pay for it first because I've made the mistake of playing Langley prematurely on that card, and Guillaume's like, "Well, I haven't paid for it yet, so what do you want me to do?" I'm like, "God damn it!"
And that's why I didn't want to go too. I didn't want to go too high.
Yeah, and for 2, Langley's gonna get rid of limited choices there, and I got all my choices right back, so they're not as limited anymore.
No, not at the point.
I was hoping it had the keyword phenomena, so I was just like, "Oh, that free hell money I just had nicely in that case."
It does not.
Because the Truth Is Out There edition, yeah, they script on the keywords a lot of times.
Yeah, it's not worth playing that one.
Yeah. All right, so let's head into investigation. Oh, no, we already are in investigation. So, yeah, the Bluffs are already taken care of. Now, the question is, do you have any other cards you'd like to play?
Not that I want to play.
Not that you want to play? No. Oh, come on, Dave. Come on. Let's make this interesting. You got 6 RP or 6 CP there.
I do.
Come on.
I do.
All right. Okay. Well, then let's resolve this case then too. So, because my team's investigation of Central Prison was successful, they've been awarded a motive or a method question, and I didn't do so well on your motive last time, but I figure if I keep chipping away at it, I'll. So this time, let's ask Dave. By any chance, is your X-Files motive control?
Is my motive control? Yes, it is, actually.
Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an X-File characteristic identified. It is confirmed. Dave Myers' X-Files motive is control.
It is.
So now, that's going to scratch off quite a few possibilities. I have you down to 6. And yeah, you haven't had a question yet, Dave. So like I said, I'm feeling generous here. I'm gonna take a 1 in 6.
Hubris, man. Hubris.
I will take a risk, and you'll get a motive question if my guess will be incorrect, and it very well likely will. All right. So, what am I feeling here? All right, Dave. By any chance, is your X-File the Manitou?
To